My name is Shirley Robertson, and this year I'm one of the hosts of the RY Dinghy Show. My background is Olympic sailing, 20 years Olympic sailing, fortunate enough to walk away from it with 2 gold medals, still smiling thinking about that. I couldn't leave sport, I couldn't leave sailing, and I have spent the last 15 years telling stories about the personalities, about the adventures, about our incredible sport, and I hope that certainly continues. Well, I grew up in the middle of Scotland looking at a hill. When I opened my curtains in my bedroom, I didn't see water, I basically just saw this massive hill, miles away from the sea. But my dad had done his national service in the Navy, and he built a kit boat, a Mirror Miracle, in the garage. And when I go home now, I can still see the resin outline of a Miracle on the garage floor. And I instantly loved it. We sailed it on the west coast of Scotland and then raced it at my local club, which was Lochard in the Trossachs. And as soon as I felt that, that sense of freedom, that the ability to learn every time you go out, I was absolutely hooked, and on it went. My first Olympics was in Barcelona a long time ago, 1992, and I was the best in the UK. I thought I was going to medal. Everyone expects to go and to win a medal, and I didn't. I finished 9th, and my lasting memory of it is actually watching the medal ceremony, watching other people get medals, hearing other countries' anthems. And for me, it was a massive turning point in my career. I'd been playing at it, but I knew what I wanted now, and I had a pretty good idea how to get it. And so for me, even although I went and I only finished 9th, I took a lot from that, and it was a real turning point in my career. Coming home with a gold medal is properly special. From the moment you set off the plane, it means a lot to the nation. It means a lot, obviously, to your friends and family, and all those people that helped you create those winning moments. And there is a lot. Even in a single hander, a lot of people get you there. I also loved taking my medal, to schools and just seeing, little faces. My medals are a terrible mess. They've been everywhere, but I just feel it's important to share British success with other people, and you hope in some way that perhaps it inspires the next generation. When you win a gold medal, you just think, oh well, it's easy, I'll win another one. I've got the winning formula, but it's not like that at all. And we swapped classes. I went from sailing all by myself in a boat I'd sailed for quite a long time. I knew it inside out. To sailing a Yingling. It was new for the Olympics. It was 3 people. It was heavy and slow and difficult. And we got to 18 months before the games, and we looked a million miles away from a gold medal. And I'd never worked so hard. The 3 of us, actually, myself and the 2 Sarahs, never worked so hard. But I think, what do we take from that? That you always have more time than you think. You just need to absolutely maximise it. You need to know what's important and when it's important, and you need to surround yourself with the best. And we were fortunate to have Ian Walker, who's now leading the charge at the RYA, lead our charge to Athens. And it felt in many ways to stand on the podium with my teammates and share that with Ian was particularly special. It was hard fought, it was not expected, and perhaps in many ways it's the most memorable. Our sport is ram-packed full of heroes, but for me the people who really stand out, the people who've taken on what has been seemingly impossible. Robin Knox-Johnson sailing around the planet solo 50 years ago when no one had done it. Ellen MacArthur, this tiny woman sailing around the world, beating all those French offshore sailors. People like that, where people have said, there's no way you can do it, and they've done it. And I really admire that. And I think even today in our sailing world, that's important to be able to push the boundaries, to not take no for an answer. And I admire that.